I'm a 47-year-old female, and when I was 15, I had a visit from a ghost. I was home alone with my mom, and she went to the convenience store about a mile down the road. My dad was at work, and my younger brother was out with friends. I was in my bedroom with the door open reading a book. My mom was gone maybe half an hour, and while she was gone, I heard a female voice call my name. I thought she had gotten back and called me, so I asked what she wanted. The voice called my name again, and I asked again what she wanted. I then realized my mom had gone to the store, so I got up to look out the window to see if the car was in the driveway. But it wasn't. As I was looking out the window, I heard my name again. At this point, I was freaking out. The layout of the house when entering it, you walk into the dining room. If you go to the left and down the hall, you come to my room, and then my brother's room. My parents' room was across the hall from my room. If going to the right, you enter the kitchen, which is in the center of the house. Next to the kitchen was what we called the Florida room, and beyond the kitchen was the den. By then, as I was freaking out, I heard my name again as I realized I was alone. I slowly walked to the kitchen looking around to see if anyone was home other than me, but I was alone. I walked in the kitchen, and standing in the den was a young female teenager dressed in what I would guess was 50s clothes. She was a solid form, long brown hair, white blouse, dress pants, and saddle shoes. I was standing in the kitchen in shock, freaking out, and she said my name once more and then faded away in front of me. All I could do was stand there. 5 minutes later, my mom pulled into the driveway. I never saw her again. We moved into a duplex house that had been vacant since the owner died. We don't know if she died there or not. At first, my partner and I would notice the kitchen lights would go off and on while we were in the living room. Then the light panel covering the bulb would come off and bounce noisily in the kitchen. This happened several times. My partner nailed it back on, so that was the end of that. I would be napping, and I would hear footsteps with hard soles and the garage door opening. I realized my partner only wore soft-soled shoes. I was sitting in the living room, and I could see down the hallway, and I saw a mist or cloud, smoke drifting from the spare bedroom to the master bedroom. I was napping in my bed and felt someone sit next to me, and the mattress went down. Later, my daughter felt this, and so did my partner. The stronger vibe began during Thanksgiving. I have these 2 old lamps that were at my grandparents' house. They are beautiful, but I don't turn them on because of the old wiring. But they were plugged in. During Thanksgiving, I saw my daughter look in the mirror, and the one lamp near her was turned on. Then on my birthday, which was a week after Thanksgiving, my partner and I were in bed asleep, and at 3 a.m., the other lamp light came on. We sat up and looked around, both of us annoyed, and he got out of bed and turned the light off. Then he got back into bed, and we started to sleep, but the light came back on about 2 minutes later. This time, he got out of bed and took the light bulb out. Now, the previous lamp that turned on when my daughter was there, I called her, and I asked her if she turned that light on. She said no. It just came on, and she thought it was set up through a system to automatically turn on. We don't live there anymore. I have never posted here before, but I wanted to tell you about my encounters. My house has had at least one person die in it, but there are 2 ghosts that we know of and some ghost cats. First, the ghost cats. When I was younger, I would tell my parents about how I would see cats and how I would be pointing at walls or a ceiling. But I was the only one who ever saw them. We have also seen shadow figures that looked like cats. There have been also times my family and I have felt cats jump onto our beds and walked on us, but when we would look, there was nothing there. For the human ghost, there was a man and a woman. Some of my family members have felt someone touch them while they were in the shower. They have also heard voices while in the shower. The voice they heard was male. Other times, not long after my grandma died, my sister heard the sound of her slippers walking around, but we didn't have the slippers. My sister has had her bedroom door open multiple times while she was asleep, and no one was there, and no windows were opened. We have also had things move. One of the ones I remember the most was when I went to sleep and woke up, and one of my toy elephants on my bed, with its trunk up, moved. Then there was a time when I was on my bed, I heard that toy elephant move while it had been in my closet. My grandma had always loved elephants with their trunks up. She had a collection, so my guess was that she moved it. It seemed that all our ghosts here appeared to be friendly. There was also a time I woke up while in the 4th or 5th grade one day, and on my arm, next to my shoulder, there was a mark that looked like someone had branded my arm. A couple of days ago, I was home alone and was trying to feed my cats and dog when I saw a black figure run out of the corner of my eye, and when I looked, no one was there. My mom was home waiting before she had to go to work, and she heard my dad clear his throat, but later she realized that my dad hadn't been home for a couple of hours, as he had gone to work. That's all that has happened, but if anything else happens, I will update this. If you have anything that has happened, I would like to hear your stories.